All right, guys, Nick Drossos. I'm back here with Xavier, MMA UAE champion. Before we start, guys, make sure to check out his YouTube channel, Xavier MMA. I'm gonna put the link in the comment box. Today, we're gonna be doing a little bit of pressure testing. We're gonna be looking at punching versus palm striking open hand, and basically seeing the difference, the pros and the cons, the amount of power and force it could generate. Because a lot of people debate this, and at the end, guys, what I say, whatever floats your boat. You want to punch in the street, punch. You want to palm, you want to palm. All we're doing is trying to break down the pros and the cons and the different variables and choices that you have. At the end, it's whatever you trade. So Xavier, what do you see the difference between punching and palm? Let me ask, how come in UFC they don't palm strike actually?
Well, some guys palm strike. In the old UFCs, when guys were not wearing gloves, most guys would palm strike.
It's true.
Right? For example, Pancrase, where Bas Rutten was a champion. Ask Bas Rutten, he's the one that did your podcast. He's a big fan of palm strikes. Why? Because you avoid breaking your hand, damaging your hand, because it's an open palm strike. And it's as hard. See karate guys? Where do they break they break the bricks? With here. So that can still be part of a palm strike. You know what I mean? So nowadays you see it a bit more when the guys are against the fence, for example, and the guy's holding the leg up, well, they'll palm strike the side of the ear, right?
So it's allowed to strike the ear.
Of course, with palm strikes as well. My opinion on punches versus palm strikes, as we were talking a bit before earlier, is so punches do more damage. They will cut you. Bone on skin will cut you. There's also a bit more of weight effect, right? Because it's kind of like
that's the way I see it.
But the palm strike travels so much faster. So an open hand strike travels faster than a closed hand strike. Muscles are more loose. I know that when you're boxing, your fist is open and you close it on impact, but chances are you close it maybe a few seconds early and you lose that speed that an open palm strike could do. There's also areas of the face that I would limit it to. Of course, we all know that the upward palm strike here to the nose, that's like the classic that everybody's like, oh, that bone's gonna go to your brain. Okay, that's good, but you know what? I'd rather clock someone in the face. All this area, I'd rather clock with a fist, and all the side here, ideally, a palm does the job, all right? Especially like Nick did his days as a bouncer. Bouncers are not allowed to strike somebody with a closed fist, usually, you know, I don't know about
back then they used to do it, but... But we used to wear leather gloves, so the gloves would give us a sense of security. I would notice every time I would wear my gloves, instinctively I would punch. When I didn't wear my gloves, I would hit open hand because the gloves gave me the mental...
Of like a tight fist.
It gave me like my hand secure, which really didn't make a difference because they were like thin leather gloves. But let's try to hit. So, because for me. My favorite palm strike is the hook, where it's, go with the other one. So if it's like, this one here.
Right to the side of the area.
And what I like about the palm strike, you're hitting with this part, but even if you flinch, I'm still gonna hit even here, or even if I hit the forehead. So if I punch, I could feel.
That's a punch. So, I'll tell you what I feel. The punch applies more pressure on a certain area. The palm has more impact, but widespread.
So good point.
The impact widespread, I guess, for the brain moving is great. The pressure in the small area for damage and bone breaking is better.
I kind of so I'm just gonna say, when we used to train, and you guys probably seen the scenario training, the reality-based self-defense, we wear these helmets. They're like just basically a visor. And a lot of times people think because you're not punching, you're not gonna knock them out. But when you're palm striking that thing hard, literally you feel the impact of like the brain shaking and rattling, that snapping of the neck.
So for a knockout, guys, obviously all you need is to move the head around.
Move the head, that's
so a palm strike does the job. So for example, when Nick mentions that he likes the hook here, palm strike, why that is good is because if he lands this on my ear, here like this, he's popping my eardrum. If he pops my eardrum, I lose my balance. I lose my gravity. You lose a sense of balance. You know what I mean? So that's why you see also a lot of bouncers use that.
Let me see the straight here.
Oh, the straight?
Fine.
Yeah, again.
I'm trying to throw from a natural position.
Good straight, now the palm straight. Same thing.
Same thing.
So the pressure is greater. So there's more impact on the palm, but widespread. So the head is gonna get pushed back, everything's gonna get pushed back, but the pressure on a smaller surface is better applied with the punch. So I would suggest, Nick, for a straight one to punch. The straight one, I would suggest punch.
But you see what's weird is that I don't feel as safe on my wrist.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the palm, I know I could hammer hard. With this, I feel, maybe it's because I'm not used to.
Now give me that palm strike. Yeah, pressure is good.
Yeah, it's I think for myself, I feel less pressure on the wrist.
Yeah.
And a quicker and faster release because I'm just going boom versus boom here, where I kind of feel more secure. But I think at the end it's whatever you feel more safer with.
Always. So that's also a very good point. Always, whatever you feel more comfortable doing, either it's a palm or a punch, is usually, I would recommend going with what you're more confident doing. For example, Nick, palm strikes, he's been practicing a lot. He also boxed also for years, but he's been so familiar and used to doing palm strikes that in a situation like this, I would tell him, probably, you know what, palm.
I've spent that many years training it. It's kind of, if it happens instinctively to close or hit open hand, at the end result is this versus this. Important thing is landing and hitting the target. I think that's the important thing, and putting your body behind it.
You don't tell a boxer to kick, and you don't tell a taekwondo guy to punch.
Yeah, that's
right. So
let's try the hammer fist. I love the hammer fist.
Okay, the hammer fist.
My hammer,
so there's two versions. The one you use, because we do pads often. So the one you use back like that, and there's one from the top. Yeah, like this. Pow. So the one from the top, like that.
This guy's just so powerful. There's so much. Let me put it up. Let me just.
Right there on the nose. The damage it would do to the front of the face.
And you're hitting not only with this. When I hit with the hammer fist, I'm going in with all of this. That even if he flinches or he moves, I try to cover as much space from here to here. That even if you move back, I'm like, boom, I'm gonna hit something.
And where I would recommend this, as opposed to his straight palm strike. I would recommend a straight palm strike in a situation like this. But his hammer fist, we're here, we're in some bullshit, boom, from the top. See, we're tangled up, here, he can't really try to do the straight palm strike. He can't, because we're here, but the hammer fist, boom, it's right there.
And you have the hammer fist this way, right? Like we were doing that before.
Again, do it again. I like
it. So I mean, here it's like,
and then the other one.
So, I mean, just closest weapon to closest target, right? Just learning how to throw in. And that's what I like. We're doing, I'm training MMA with him and I'm but he's respecting the skills and what I've already.
And the street knowledge.
And the street, like, I mean, I'm throwing my style, the hammer fist sideways, the hammer fist up, the palm strike, the punching, and I'm mixing it up. So and I think it's interesting what you said, right? One is a little bit, there's more pressure in it. The other one is more cutting.
Yes.
But at the end, it's whatever you guys feel most comfortable and what you train for.
And it's the street. Guys, remember, in the street, it's not the cage. You know what I mean? I can be holding on to Nick's shirt and blocking his thing and you can just boom, or give me that back, You know what I mean? These things you don't see in an MMA fight, because in MMA, everybody's conventional fighting.
You could do this in MMA.
Yeah, you can, but guys.
Like if you were here and we're like here, I can go.
Oh yeah, you can. But guys, they don't think of it.
They don't do that,
because they don't practice it.
That's true.
Who's done it was Chris Weidman against Anderson Silva. If you guys remember, he threw a hook
here
and then back here. Yes, he threw the hook back and then knocked him out with the punch. So Chris Weidman did that. So it goes to show that if you implement things from self-defense, street, like Nick was saying, when we work pads, we both share knowledge. So not only am I gonna ask him for a combination, he's gonna mix up something he does in self-defense, like a palm strike or hammer fist. So we get to really develop good combinations, mixing palm strikes and punches.
Man, that's awesome, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave us a comment. Make sure to check out Xavier MMA for more self-defense. Sorry, self-defense. You got self-defense in there.
Yeah,
self-defense and MMA training, as well as make sure to watch him up for his next upcoming fight, the UAE champion, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.